12 by the Mail by Christian Andersen. Narrated by Lehman. It was very frosty, starry, clear weather, quiet and calm. Bump! A pot was thrown against a door. Bang! Fireworks were shot off to welcome the New Year, for it was New Year's Eve, and now the clock struck 12. Tra-ta-ra-tra! There came the mail. The big mail coach stopped outside the gate to the town. It carried 12 people and couldn't hold more, for all the seats were taken. Hurrah! Hurrah! Rang out in the houses where people were celebrating New Year's Eve. They arose with full glasses and drank a toast to the new year. Health and good wishes for the new year, they said. A pretty little wife, lots of money, and end to nonsense. Yes, these were their wishes for one another, and glasses were struck together, while the mail coach stopped in front of the town gate with the unknown guests, the 12 travelers. What kind of people were they? They had passports and luggage with them, yes, even presents for you and me and for all the people in the town. Who were these strangers? What did they want, and what did they bring? "Good morning," they said to the sentry at the gate. "Good morning," said he, as the clock had struck 12. "Your name, your profession?" asked the sentry when the first of them stepped out of the carriage. "Look in the passport," said the man. "I am myself." And a splendid-looking fellow he was, too, dressed in a bearskin and fur boots. "I am the man on whom many people pin their hopes. Come to see me tomorrow, and I'll give you a real New Year. I throw dollars and cents about, give presents, and yes, I even give balls, 31 of them. That's all the nights I have to spare. My ships are frozen tight, but in my office it is warm. I am a merchant, and my name is January. I have only bills." Then came the second. He was a comedian, a theatrical director, the manager of masked balls, and all the amusements you could think of. His luggage consisted of a great barrel. "We'll beat the cat out of the barrel at carnival time," he said. "I'll amuse others and myself too, for I have the shortest time to live of the whole family. I get to be only 28 days old. Yes, sometimes they throw in an extra day, but that doesn't make much difference. Hurrah!" "You must not shout so loud," said the sentry. "Yes, I may," said the man. "I am Prince Carnival, and traveling under the name of February." Now came the third. He looked very much like fasting itself, but strutted proudly, for he was related to the 40 Knights, and was a weather prophet. But that is hardly fattening employment, and for that reason he approved of fasting. He had a cluster of violets in his buttonhole, but they were very small. "March, march!" shouted the fourth, and pushed the third. "March, march! Into the guardroom! There's punch there! I can smell it!" But it wasn't true. He only wanted to make an April fool of him. Thus the fourth began his career in the town. He looked very jolly, did little work, and had lots of holidays. "Good humor one day and bad the next," he said. "Rain and sunshine, moving out and moving in. I am also moving day commissioner. I am an undertaker. I can both laugh and cry. I have summer clothes in my trunk, but it would be very foolish to use them now. Here I am. When I dress up, I wear silk stockings and carry a muff." Now a lady came out of the carriage. Miss May, she called herself, and wore summer clothes and overshoes. She had on a beech-tree green silk dress and anemones in her hair, and she was so scented with wild thyme that the sentry had to sneeze. "God bless you," she said, and that was her greeting. She was beautiful, and she was a singer, not of the theatre, but a singer of the woodlands, not at county fairs. No, she roamed through the fresh green forest and sang there for her own entertainment. In her handbag she had a copy of Christian Winter's woodcuts, which were like the beech-tree forest itself, and also little poems by Richard, which were like the wild thyme. "Now comes the mistress, the young mistress!" shouted those inside the carriage, and then out came the lady, young and delicate, proud and pretty. You could easily see that she was born to be a lady of leisure. She gave a great feast on the longest day of the year, so that her guests might have time to eat the many dishes of food at her table. She could afford to ride in a carriage of her own, but still she traveled in the mail coach like the others, for she wanted to show she wasn't too proud. But she didn't travel alone. With her was her elder brother, July. He was a well-fed fellow in attire and with a Panama hat. He had but little baggage with him, because it was a nuisance in the heat. He had brought only his bathing cap and swimming trunks. That isn't much. Now came the mother. Madam...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?